Kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Waikanae Beach in New Zealand, and my co-founder of Zanekin Studios, Teza Ekholm, is over here, no, over there.
In Colorado Springs, where it's beautiful and sunny and warm for February.
Well, we are cold and windy. It was raining all night and everything else, and it was horrendous winds. I was talking with Mum, and she said 3 huge olive trees on the road that goes off their road were balls up, root ball in the air.
Oh my.
Yeah, and they said they were big trees too, and they've got traffic cones around them while they get the guys to come over and chop them all up and all of that sort of stuff. So I was like, oh, I said, well, I'm looking down the street and oh, hang on, there's a branch on the ground on the house across the road. I said, I don't see any other damage. There's a lot of plants swaying around and trees swaying and all of that sort of stuff. But it's cold because it's coming from the south, which is coming straight off Antarctica, and there's no land mass between Antarctica and the lower half of the North Island. So we get the wind chill factor and everything. So even if it's 13 degrees centigrade outside, they say it feels like 3.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Yeah. So hence the hoodie. Yes. So welcome to Zanekin Studios podcast week 5. We are going to be talking about our weekly 7 today with mastering social media strategy with AI. What am I doing? Oh yeah, sorry, I got to find my notes.
Oh my! Well, it is week 5 of the weekly 7. We are mastering social media strategy with AI.
Mm-hmm. And this week we're diving into AI's role in content creation, from carousels and newsletters to repurposing and reach-killing mistakes. We're talking about how to use AI to We're AIing. Use AI. We're using AI to remove friction without losing quality. The goal is simple: build smarter workflows that save time and actually improve results. Wow. So, Terza.
Yes?
What's our first question for today?
All right. The first question, Helen, is, can AI help with carousels?
Oh, I had to figure out what carousels were, because I didn't know that term. I'd heard it around, so I had to go and have a look it up. And so this is where you take, so yes, AI can break long form content into slide ready chunks. So they're like think of a carousel with the horses that go up and down, and each horse is a picture, and it just rotates around. It structures narrative flow across slides. It suggests visuals that match brand tone. It's got clear context, improves quality. Can't talk today. Clear context that improves output quality. I'm sorry, I don't know where my mouth is today. I'm busy getting working for the movers coming in tomorrow. Carousels perform well on LinkedIn and Instagram. By creating them manually, it is time consuming. AI turns one piece of content into multiple visual assets quickly. And that's, again, we're trying to save you time and money by utilizing AI tools. So that is really cool when we can do that with these images and stuff and put them into a sequence and things.
Well, so one of the things that I love about, I hate to put in a plug. No, I don't hate to put it in. I'm going to put in a plug for Marvelism, because I can ask the social media manager, Sunny, I say, hey, can you make a carousel on LinkedIn? And he says, of course I can.
Of course I can.
And that's lovely. Then I can just go publish and off it goes. But you know, Helen, actually, I do enjoy the carousels because they're visually interesting. And I admit that I became annoyed when I discovered I can't do it on Facebook. You can if you put your photos in order on Facebook, well, that's all well and good. But when they display to other people, they show up in any order they want to.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
You can't tell a story. You know me, I'm a storyteller. If you're going to use a carousel, you're going to be using it to tell a story of some sort. And if it's all higgledy-piggledy, then the higgledy-piggledy is going to be confused.
Yes, exactly.
So watch higgledy-piggledy. But if you do a carousel, it's all in order and tells a lovely story.
Yeah, so I really like the carousel format. I just think that's wonderful. And so, yes, perfect for stories.
I have seen them. I just didn't know that's what they were called.
Ah, okay. All right.
So I had definitely seen. I have not made one myself, but I have seen them and enjoyed because it's the storytelling.
Yeah.
the storytelling thing. So what's our
So
practical takeaway for this, Teresa?
So feed AI a blog post or a long article with clear audience and goal context. Let it build the slide structure, and then you can refine the visuals and branding. Although I will add too, I would still go ahead and refine the story if it wasn't quite meeting what I wanted to say, but let it do the heavy lifting, and then you could easily go refine. But I think it's genius to reuse your blog posts that way.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You can do a
Yeah.
lot with a blog post and break it down and do videos with it and audio and have it read loud and and if you put them into something like Notebook LM, you can do we'll create a video out of it for you and the slides and the infographics and yeah, there is now, I mean, it used to take us weeks, days and weeks to take one blog post and break it up into separate pieces. Now with AI, we can have it done in minutes.
Yes. And not only that, it posts. It posts for me. I used to get so frustrated because I would have earlier AI create these things for me, but then I wouldn't get around to actually posting them. So I should go back through ChatGPT and I'll find out all these wonderful social media posts that never got posted.
I have a huge stack of them. I will admit I have a huge stack of them as well. But it was fun because to me it was an exercise in how to use AI to create content,
Yeah,
which led us to where we are today.
that's
We've
true.
both been playing around with how to get AI to make content for us, and we use Notebook LM. We've got Marbleism, we've got ChatGPT, we've got Perplexity, we've got Galaxy AI. There's a whole bunch of tools that are out there. And when it comes to us working with clients, we don't even tell them what tools we're using, unless it's Marbleism where they have to get their own subscription. But we just go on and use the tools, and it does what it needs to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the package. This is what we'll do for you. They don't even need to worry about the tools because we may have changed them from when we first started working, which we have done on a couple of things a few times.
Because a new one comes along sometimes that's better.
Yes, it does. And there, I was told one time that there's over 2,000 AI apps being released daily.
Oh, oh,
Yeah. Can you
yes.
imagine trying to sort through those to find the ones? And I'm just sort of like, oh my gosh.
Oh, you need an AI to do that.
Yeah. I think that's what the website's called, isn't it? Isn't that what the website's called? There's an AI for that.
There is.
And trust me, if you want to get overwhelmed on AI, you go to there's an AI for that. I think it's .com, and you go there, and they have thousands upon thousands listed of different AI apps that do different things and AI tools and all that. And remember, there's 2,000 of those suckers being, oh, those not suckers, those things being released every single day. So yeah, there's a lot to go through. So if you want overwhelm, go to that site. If you don't want overwhelm, stay away from it.
Or come listen to us and we'll make you great recommendations.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Especially on our open office on Friday mornings.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. We love showing off different AI tools and stuff. But it's not just, hey, we found this AI tool and this is what it's supposed to do. Da, da, da. No, we have actually tried it. We actually go in there, we work on it, we play around with it, we see what it's good for, what it's not good for. We are in there working with these tools. And the only time we recommend them is if we think that there is a good use for them out there that somebody in our group would that comes in every Friday would enjoy, would benefit them.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yes. All right. Are you ready for a question today?
Okay.
Can AI help with LinkedIn newsletters?
Nah. Of course it can. So yes, of course, because AI can draft the outlines and it will maintain format consistency. It will suggest topics based on audience engagement, and it will support regular publishing schedules. And here's the thing that's important for me: repeatable workflows. If you have repeatable workflows, which AI helps with, it improves efficiency. So if every week, Helen, you sit down thinking, what am I even writing about? You've already lost energy. AI turns that moment into, here are 3 angles your audience already responds to. So this is important because reach on LinkedIn, rewards consistency. The hardest part of a newsletter isn't writing, it's just starting.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's really the main thing that I wanted to share is this the algorithm. It's not just the algorithms. You know what? I, I want to come back and emphasize another little point here. We're not here to serve the algorithms.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we want to use them. We're here to serve our audience.
Yep.
And AI will help us do that. So what's our practical takeaway, Helen?
Well, before we get to the practical takeaway, here's something that I used to do on ChatGPT because for those that don't know, I actually have a podcast that has been going for 2,300 and today will be 2,390 days, consecutive days, which is over 6 years, daily, every day. Although during COVID, I was doing twice a day. Yeah. And I just got notification the other day on my YouTube channel that I have now uploaded 4,000 videos.
Oh, nice.
Whoa, I knew there was a lot. I just didn't realize there was that many. But one of the things that I used to do with ChatGPT when it first came out, and I said, "Oh, let me give this a try." I would sit down at night getting ready to go on my podcast and I would literally decide what I was going to talk about minutes before going on the air. Minutes. And I would sit down, get everything ready, make sure I had my water there, make sure Zeffy would have been taken care of. Was the lighting correct? I know the lighting sucks right now because my lighting arrives tomorrow in a box and then I've got to find it. So by next Sunday I should have better lighting. And I would sit down and I go, Zeffy, what am I going to talk about tonight? And she just sort of like looks at me and just sort of like shrugs and puts her head back down like, you'll figure it out. So I get on ChatGPT and go, okay, it's time to do my podcast. I've done these topics all week. What's a topic I can talk about this week? And it would give me some suggestions. And so I would start this process half an hour before I'd have to go live, just trying to get some inspiration and some spark to get going and things like that. So it was good in helping me decide. And when you said, with the newsletter, what do I talk about? I was doing that for several days with my podcast back, 2 or 3 years ago. And just starting to ask ChatGPT, what can I talk about today? What can I talk about today? And because I had trained ChatGPT on who I am and my personality and the need for sparkle, it was able to give me topics that were in my wheelhouse. And it was some of the things. And I said, no, that's going to take too long to get set up and get organized for. I need something quick. Come on. That's how I would use it. But anyway, the practical takeaway for LinkedIn newsletters is create a fixed newsletter structure once, then use AI to populate fresh content each week.
Exactly. Give it a nice container and it will help, and it'll fill it.
Yes, absolutely. I love it when it does that. Here's your container for this week. Here's the container for next week. Here it is being reused for the third week. Yeah, I love that. I got to get back to doing newsletters again because that's what I would do is I would have a set newsletter and a template and I just change the contents each week.
Yes, well now you have tools you can even do more than one newsletter. Maybe you don't want to.
Yes, that could be exciting.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Helen. So, can AI write captions for Reels?
Yes. AI generates strong first drafts quickly. It writes conversational hooks and captions. It struggles with cultural nuances and trends. This is where the human editing comes in to restore the personality. Anything that you put out through with using AI content, you have to put the human element in there. You can't just let it go and post without checking it. Fact check it first before it goes out to make sure, one, it sounds like you, and two, the information is correct. Actually, that should probably be the other way around. One, the information is correct, and two, it sounds like you. So by telling it to put in, by editing it from the human perspective, you're restoring that personality. There's a lot of times that I will tell ChatGPT, I'll go, that is dull. It needs, make it sparkle. And so it goes and makes it sparkle. But Reels and it matters because Reels need energy and authenticity. Raw AI captions often feel flat without human polish. And you will know them as soon as you read them.
It's true.
It is true. They are so obvious. When you read it, you go, that doesn't sound like that person, especially if it's somebody you've been following for a while. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden they put a post out there and you're like, that just doesn't sound like them. have they AI'd this and not humanized it? So yes, it is obvious when you read it whether or not a human has done it. Yes.
Well, yeah, I've noticed this quite a bit too, even in the news stories when I'm reading along and I'm going, I think an AI wrote this. This is just not right. And there's just something that's, I don't know, the expression falls flat or something.
Yeah, the
So,
personality is missing. The human personality has not been put in there.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even when you read a newspaper article, and I'm going to go back to date myself, in a newspaper, because I actually read newspapers a lot because I go to newspapers.com and I'm researching for genealogy. And so I'm
Ah,
in there reading a lot of different newspapers from different eras. And whenever I go in there and I find an obituary that I need, that I'm looking for, I go to the front page of that newspaper. What were the events that were happening on those days? And so you get to read a lot of newspapers and you get to know what the flow is, and you can start recognizing writers without seeing their bylines. And that's because they've got the human factor in there. These days, if they've got AI writing it, some of them fall flat because they don't have those little nuances that we as humans put into things. It could be
yes.
the placement of a comma. It could be just a simple word just added into that sentence that lifts that whole sentence and makes a difference. If we are not checking our content before we post it, you're going to lose that trust factor with your clients. And with your followers and all of that. It's that simple.
Yes. Yes. So if you don't spell the word color with U's in it, then I know you didn't write it, Helen.
That's right. In fact, when I go into ChatGPT and I tell it what I want it to do, it goes, okay, we're going to create this post with New Zealand spelling.
Yes.
It tells it it's going to put New Zealand spelling and no EM dashes. And then it gives a list of other things it's going to do. That's all me.
Yes.
It's all stuff that I
Exactly.
think. So it's interesting. So what's our practical takeaway for this one, Tessa?
Well, use AI to draft captions, then adjust tone, pacing, and trends to match your voice.
Yes,
Exactly.
absolutely. Because otherwise we're
Yeah.
going to get the rhythm. The rhythm, that's what gets lost, is the rhythm.
That's another one for sure. Yeah.
Yes. So our next question is, how do I repurpose posts across platforms?
With a really big saw. I'm sorry. All right. Let's back up a little bit. So yes, the answer is if you creating content, you create your content once and only posting it once is like cooking a full meal and throwing away the leftovers. Well,
Can't throw away leftovers. Those are the best parts of meals. I love leftovers.
so what we need to do is you start with one anchor piece of content. Boy, we're using all kinds of different metaphors here. AI will reformat the content for different platforms, and then automation saves serious time.
Yes.
Tone and format must shift per platform. So one LinkedIn post could become an Instagram carousel, a Twitter thread. You know what a Twitter thread is the same thing as a carousel, only it's vertical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not on Twitter, so I didn't know that one.
yeah. And then a reel script, of course. We've been talking about reel scripts and a newsletter section. So
Mm-hmm.
this is one of the things that I love doing from Open Office Hour. Um, I have Cast Magic create this whole set of prompts, but it breaks down our hour long plus meeting, and it creates these different sections, so it's easy to reuse the different things. So repurposing multiplies reach without multiplying workload, and that's what
And
we want.
that's what I love, without
Yeah.
multiplying the workload. When you think how we used to get along before AI came in, yeah. It still boggles my mind that it used to take, would take a week to write a blog post, break it down into different things, put it into the different platform languages, if you want, so that it was ready to go. Create the images, and then schedule all the posts and everything else, and hope that they go out on time as they're supposed to. Now I can do that in minutes and have AI do it all for me. And then
Yes.
all I have to do is go and read everything first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
So, yeah,
sorry.
practical takeaway. Go ahead.
Is create once, then let AI adapt content into platform specific variations. So ask it to create a 500 to 700 word blog on your niche,
Mhm.
and then have it go back and take that blog and break it down into platform specific variations for you. And
Yeah.
if you get the right programs, they will even create the images for you to go with it.
Yes, which is quite lovely. Yes. Yeah. So, are you ready for question number 5?
Sure, hit me with it.
All right. You'll like this one. What mistakes hurt reach the most?
Oh, let's see. Inconsistency. Inconsistent posting reduces the algorithm trust. And I know we were saying don't worry about the algorithm, but it does come into play. So we do need to take note of it. We just don't need to rely on it
Right.
as we have in the past, because we're relying on what is it that we are creating that speaks to the ideal client profile that we have. And that's what we're targeting, is the ideal client profile. So we're looking to link up with them and communicate to them, and not so much the algorithm in a way, but we do need the algorithm to help us reach more people in
Right.
that realm. So it does come into play. Generic captions lower engagements. How
Who
many
likes
times are you
generic?
scrolling along on your phone and you come across and you see a headline and you go, yeah, and just keep going, because it doesn't grab you.
Yeah.
So generic, you need captions that will capture the attention and make you pause, stop the scroll. We call them stop the scrolling type headlines and things. There's a waste management truck just pulled up out front, and I don't use them.
Oh.
Ignoring native formats hurts visibility. So if you're on LinkedIn, but with how you have worded and constructed your post, it is better suited on Instagram, then yeah, that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt the visibility on LinkedIn. And vice versa. If you put a LinkedIn post on Instagram or on Facebook, it's going to hurt there because it's not in the right format. It's not in the format that is native to that platform. So that's these people taking one post and just posting it out across the different platforms. No, you need to change them, and AI will help you with this so that it is suitable for each platform it's getting posted on, and make sure you put the right one on the right platform. And early engagement signals matter. How many times has somebody viewed the video? Have they made comments on there? Have you responded to their comments the next day? So we don't want you responding to the comments on the same day. Go back the next day and then comment on the comments from the previous day posts.
Right.
And this is important to have, because avoidable mistakes quietly suppress reach even when the content is good. So you might have really good content, but your caption sucks.
Yeah.
You're not posting consistently. You're ignoring the native formats for the platform that you're posting on, and you're not taking any note of the early engagement signals. So if you do all of those, then yeah, your content could be the greatest piece of content out there that would normally like go viral or something, but because you're not formatting correct for the correct platform, you've got generic captions and all of that sort of stuff in there, it's not going to reach the people you want it to reach.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Teresa, what's our practical takeaway?
I love today's practical, or this question's practical takeaway. Batch content,
Yes.
write engagement driven captions, and then format the posts natively. So, in other words, use AI insight. Whoops, sorry. Use AI insights, yeah,
Yeah.
to guide what works repeatedly, but leave room for experimentation.
And you can also use AI, and I'm going to go probably just a little off track here, but you can use AI as well. Have it and tell it what your ideal client profile is. These are the people that we want to engage with. So we want
Yes.
the post to be driven towards them. And what was the other thing? There was a second thing I was going to throw in there that has just totally gone out of my mind. Where did it go?
What's the expected outcome, maybe?
Not so much the expected outcome, but for the hooks to be for the captions that's going to stop the scroll. You need to tell ChatGPT or whichever chat program you're using is that you want them to stop the scroll with the headlines. And so when it starts coming up with generic headlines, you go, no, these are boring. They're not going to attract the attention. Remember, this is who our ICP is, and we need the captions that's going to speak to them and make them stop and read.
Right.
And you can train ChatGPT and I don't know about other other chat things, but I know ChatGPT because I've trained it enough that it knows who my ideal client profile is. It knows that I need to have the sparkle in there. It's just got a sparkle, but it has to be done from the perspective of the ideal client. So the hook
Right.
has to be something not that I would come up with thinking that that would be an ideal hook to capture them. I want the AI to turn around and go, this is I'm looking from the ideal client perspective, and so this is what will make me stop.
Right.
So does that make sense now?
Yes, it does. These are excellent points. I mean, I have a online personality on X called On-Chain Nana. And
Unchained.
it's me. I say that it's me, but I always want it written, with the whole knitting and warm cookies vibe, because she's talking to, of all things, people about crypto and silver. So,
Nice. Nice. Oh, that was the other thing you can use AI for that I was trying to get to.
go
Have it
for it.
research other have it research influences in your niche.
Yes, that's right. We've been
That's
doing
the
that.
other thing I was trying to think of.
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
can have the AI research the influences in your niche. What are their most engaging posts that they're putting out there? What are the ones that have gone viral? Why did it go viral? How was it structured? So that you can train like ChatGPT to do them in those styles, but with your personality in there.
Yes.
That
Yes.
was the
So
other one.
for example, it is fun for me to listen to Gary or watch Gary V.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Um, but I probably wouldn't use the same colorful language that he does. I do use colorful language. I do swear, but it's not in terms of what I'm putting in my social media content. So,
Mm-hmm.
so,
Totally understand.
anyway, so I say, here, take this thing by Gary V and take my what it is I intend to achieve and rewrite this in words that I would actually use. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So it's very important. That's another great way that you can. I don't even know. Do we have that question in here today? I think we have the question coming up later on with that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So,
about doing the deep dive into influences and things. I think that
okay.
might be further down, like in a few months.
Yeah, I don't think that's here, but that's okay.
Yeah,
We can jump ahead
that's
and
okay. Yep, it's our show. We can do what we want. Are you ready for our next question?
absolutely.
Can AI predict engagement?
Well, here's one of the things that AI is really, really good for. It analyzes data way faster than we can. So while we humans can rapidly read something and gauge whether it has any nuance or not, um, AI really rapidly analyzes data. So it'll analyze historical performance patterns. It will identify repeatable engagement triggers. But what it can't do is it can't predict viral moments,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and for that matter, neither can we mostly.
Yep.
And it supports strategy, not certainty. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, here's an example. AI can tell you your posts with stories outperform your tips, as an example. And actually, I do find this to be true. If I'm just imparting information, even if it's really good information, if it doesn't come with a story, I don't get as much. I really don't get the same level of engagement. So, but it cannot tell you this one will blow up on Thursday at 2:17 p.m.
Wouldn't it be awesome if it could do that?
Now, wouldn't that be fun? Yeah,
We're
yeah.
going viral.
Two
This is supposed to go
seventeen.
viral.
That's
This one's not going to because it's just flat.
yeah. Oh, yeah, the first when AI tells me it's boring, I'm gonna be like, "Okay."
I just tell it to add sparkle, then it knows it's flat. It
There
needs
you
a
go.
little tweaking in there.
That's right. Alright, so in other words, this is important because data-informed decisions outperform guesswork. And
$1,000%.
I have to admit, Helen, that before AI, I was being or using AI the way we do now, I would be really frustrated because I put the post out there. I thought it was really cool, and it got 0. So it's
Yeah.
like, "Okay, I need a little help here. What do I need to do? Dance?" Whatever. Yeah.
You got to do the posting dance. You know how you have rain dances to get the rain to come in? You got to do posting dances for your social media posts. I don't know what that dance looks like. Somebody's going to invent it at some point.
Actually, I was more thinking about the movie. It was an older movie called Cool Runnings,
Oh,
you know,
Cool Runnings, the Jamaican bobsled team.
the bobsled team. And one of the characters I loved so much was when he said he was trying to raise money singing on the street corners, and finally he said, "Will you pay me to stop singing?" And somebody gave him $1.
I liked it when they had to do climate. Was it, they had to get used to the cold climate. There was no way in Jamaica they could get used to the cold climate, so they were putting them into the ice cream trucks.
Yeah.
And the guy with the dreadlocks comes out and snaps one off. It was so cold and frozen. I have to say, that is such a good movie.
Yes.
And it's not just the fact from the entertainment perspective, it has a humongous message through that whole movie.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of really good messages that you can apply to life. But the fact, and people don't realize this, it's based on a true story.
Yes. Yes.
And people are sort of like, what? And I was watching the opening of the Winter Olympics the other day, and in came the Jamaican bobsled team.
Oh, speaking of which, did you see the Brazilian who won Brazil's first gold medal or any medal at a Winter Games?
No, I did not. In
Yes.
skiing?
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, he didn't ski in Brazil. He skis in Norway, but he represented Brazil.
Yeah. It's like because we're opposite seasons down here in New Zealand to what the US is, you'll get a lot of world-class skiers that do competitions and stuff that come down to New Zealand during the summer months in the Northern Hemisphere so they can keep training on our ski slopes down here.
Oh, that sounds lovely. I need
Especially
a good
if you
reason
love
to come
skiing,
to
you can
New
ski
Zealand.
you can ski year round just by offering where you are. It's not
That's
a problem.
right. I love that. Now that would be okay. This may sound weird, but that's actually a data-informed decision.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's our practical takeaway?
Use AI insights to guide strategy while staying flexible. So getting AI to bring up the insights on your posts and things and looking for suggestions for strategy, what it thinks for strategy and stuff. Of course, you still need that human input in there. But also at the same time, go have a look at people who are in your niche, who you want to, who you would, influencers that you admire and follow in that because you like their stuff, and get AI to do analytics on those platforms as well for that particular person, those influencers, so that it can help guide your strategy as well. So it's kind of a double barrel one. We're throwing that one in there since we mentioned it. I'll give you extra homework when needed.
That's it.
But you have these people out there who love data. So those that love data are going to be all over that one like crazy.
Yes.
In fact, doesn't Notebook LM, because you can do the videos, you can do the slides, you can do the infographic, doesn't it have one for data?
Yes, it does. It does.
So you can upload the sources that you want it to analyze and click on the data button and it'll go analyze it.
Yes.
Damn,
Yes.
I just gave myself another reason for using that thing.
Good. It's a fabulous.
And I have to tell you, it took Tirzah a few weeks to get me on Notebook LM. I mean, she demoed it for me and I was like, this is great. But it took a few weeks before I actually got in there and actually started playing with it. And I absolutely love it. I probably have since that was about 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, 2 months ago or something, I now have like 9 Notebook LMs on my personal side. And then I have ones that I've created under Zanekin's banner as well. So where are they using it? But I suddenly remember, doesn't that one have like data or analysis or something?
It does. Good memory. You'll have to play with it.
Oh, it's got a data table. It has a data table and it has reports.
Right. Oh, those reports are great too. I mean, it gives you a bunch to choose from. And if those aren't enough, you can write your prompt for any other report that you want based on just that data. It's
nice.
It's insane what we can do. Yeah. All right. So, Helen, how do platform updates affect AI content?
Well, as we know, the platforms will get in there and they will play around with the algorithms. They're always changing the algorithms. And sometimes, and like I noticed this particularly on LinkedIn one time when I was doing a course on LinkedIn, is that we would go in there one time and we had to look at our sales number. There was a particular app that you could go to on LinkedIn and it would show you how your performance goes as far as networking with other people went. And I went in one day and it was all zeros. And I says, well, this is all zeros. And she says, I bet they've changed the algorithms again. So platforms are constantly changing their algorithms. And so AI can adapt to help keep up with this. So AI tools must update with them to be able to, so you can post to those in the language that's required. That will work with the algorithms, but more importantly, it will speak to your ideal client profile. Authentic content is increasingly prioritized. So the more authentic your content is, the higher it's going to get on the priority list for people to see it the most. Human voice prevents generic output. So sometimes you can go in there and create just a short 30-second reel in your own voice.
Yeah.
That will get more sight than something that's generically created or even AI created. Although I have to admit that I think they're on TikTok or Instagram, or maybe they're on both. There's these about 3 or 4 different channels that will do these different types of smoothies. And it will just come in and say, I am spinach, and if you pair me with da-da-da-da-da, make me into a smoothie, then I am good for blah, 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 blah. And they're really cool cartoon. I stop every time on those things. Every time, because I love smoothies.
Yes.
And so, this one will flush the flat. This one will clean out your arteries. This one will do this. This one will settle your gut down. This will help you sleep. This will help you metabolize. And they've all got these fabulous uses and everything else. But then as soon as they mention something like celery or peppers and capsicum, I'm out.
What? You can make some really cool stuff with that.
Really, I know, but celery, I don't know what it is, but celery, when I was a kid, we would be out playing. My parents had a really cool vegetable gardens. Wherever we lived, they had cool vegetable gardens. If us kids were hungry, we'd go snap off a stalk of celery or take the pea pods off the pea vine and eat the peas and open the pods and eat the peas raw. Would snap off the celery off the thing. Would go over to the garden hose, turn the garden hose off, spray off the dirt off the celery and just eat it.
Yeah.
Would snap that white piece off the and just eat it like crazy. I had no problem with it. Then all of a sudden in my teenage years, the smell repulsed me.
Interesting.
So something in my body chemical went from absolutely loving celery to no.
Wow.
Yeah, and just the smell of it will repulse me.
Oh my
and
God.
I've never liked capsicum or any type of peppers. I'm not a spicy girl. I'm a spicy girl personality wise, but not when it comes to food. I don't like spicy food at all.
We used to have spicy pepper eating contests.
Yeah, no.
So, which is how I know that cranberries pair really well with super spicy red peppers.
Interesting. I am not going to try that. I will just take your word for that. Yeah, that's one of those things I will take your word for.
Okay.
But why all this is important is because outdated tactics reduce effectiveness over time. So you've got to make sure that your AI program is keeping up with what the latest trends are on the different platforms, and so that you're creating the content for your ICPs on the different platforms in the right thing. And like I said, they're constantly changing.
Yeah.
So what's our practical takeaway?
Well, I don't want to sound like a broken record or anything, but refresh AI workflows regularly and add human perspective to every post. And this is what you and I have been saying, for a few weeks now, Helen, is use AI to its full extent, but keep the human perspective.
Absolutely. You've got to keep the human perspective in there. It adds those little nuances. It adds the personality. It takes it from being just a generic to being something warm and inviting or cool and reflective. I don't know. That just came out of my head.
That's good.
Sounds good. So if you want help designing smarter AI workflows for your social strategy, send us a private message and we'll set up a 30-minute, no obligation, free discovery call with you to go over some of these workflow strategies and things with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So AI works best when it removes friction instead of adding complexity.
Yes.
So just a little detour on that. I was getting some repeated attacks through either Facebook or somewhere else on my computer, and I was ignoring them for a while because they weren't for me. I mean, anyway. But after getting so many of them, I decided I needed to go reset my passwords, and I thought it would be a trivial operation, and it wasn't. Something that was simple, it had lots and lots of friction. So, and that's if AI had maybe made that process more efficient instead of something else that didn't make it efficient, that whole thing might have gone smoother. Just saying.
Yep, I get it.
So, so simple, repeatable workflows save time so you can make more money,
Yep.
increase consistency, and improve results. So the goal is not to automate everything. The goal is to free up energy, your energy, for strategy, creativity, and engagement.
I love it. Less friction equals more results.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're finding it hard to follow how to use an AI program, it is not for you.
Yeah.
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 If it's causing you more stress, it's not the right tool for you.
Get rid of it.
Yep.
And
Get rid of
especially
it.
don't pay for it.
Yes. Do free trials where possible and take full advantage of the free trials, and make sure that if it's not working for you, that you cancel the free trial before you get charged for it.
That's right.
Yes, that's how many people end up doing years of subscriptions, because they don't realize that they're paying for them.
Well, you know what I do, Helen, for that? Anytime I start a free trial of anything, even before I log in or before I do anything, I go to my calendar and I put in a at least a day before it expires.
That's a really cool. I'd actually do 2 days before it expires,
Yeah, yeah,
because often the day before it expires, I tend to get busy and it gets forgotten about.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I do it 2 or 3 days before it expires, I've got time so that it's canceling before it gets, because I don't know if it's midnight Eastern time, Central
Oh,
time,
that's
Pacific
true.
time, or anything like that. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So if I do it 2 or 3 days in advance, I've got it covered.
you got it. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's our show for this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Please leave comments and put questions into the comments, because we would love to be able to answer your questions live on the air. So leave comments and give us some questions to chomp on for you and come up with some answers for you, because we would absolutely love to do that. So
And we'd
Tessa,
love to give you a shout out.
yes, and we can give you a shout out too.
Yeah.
So Tessa, any last words before we call this done?
Well, this Friday we will be talking about our Marbleism contest. So
Yes.
show up because there'll be a surprise on Friday, but it's only for people who show up live.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And the links are in the description below. I was trying to think, did I put the links? Yes, I did put the links there. The links are in the description below for both, one, setting up a 30-minute discovery call with us, and two, for coming and joining us live on Fridays at 10 a.m. Mountain Time for an hour and talk AI. So with that, we are out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling week, and we will catch you guys back here next week at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Same channel, always here, and we will see you then. Have a super fantastic, sparkling week.